In fact, it was former Rodrigo Duterte.
I will cut you short.
Yes.
Hindi ako naniniwala na nagsasayaw kayo sa loob. Laruhin
Pero
ko.
yun ang
laruhin ko,
haka-haka.
wala.
Yes, sir.
Hindi mangyayari yan.
Yes, kahit ipa-hair.
From my
flip
wildest
pa kami,
imagination, hindi ko maisip na kayo gumagamit ng sabo.
Sir. Yes,
Sa loob.
sir. So
I
doon
promise
tayo,
you.
sir, ha? Oo. But yan ang naririnig namin noon. It was President Rodrigo Duterte, the former president, to advise us, Pastor, please open your gates to others para makita naman nila kung ano kayo nasa loob. Let your light shine upon men that they may see your good works. But they cannot see the good works that the kingdom is doing. So, it was this group that Pastor embedded into our hearts that we should love. Why? Anong sabi niya? Ito sila ang nag-lay down ng kanilang buhay to protect our country. Doon hindi kami familiar sa mga men in uniform before. But we started following Pastor. Okay, pag nakikita namin sila sa daan, mga ganun, nagbibigay kami ng food. Alam niyo yun, nagbibigay kami ng food, etc. But, sorry to say, Mr. Marbel, true ba to? Senator Bato, sorry to say, overnight sinira ninyo yung mga values na ipinunla ni Pastor sa aming mga puso. You said, sana maibalik namin yung, I hope in time, because mayroon namang healing time, but this time we want to be heard. We want to be, gusto naming pakinggan. Buti nga, sabi niyo kanya, lahat may boses. Okay, kami may boses, pero wala kaming kapangyarihan tulad nila. Nasa kamay nila ang kapangyarihan ng bansa. Nasa kamay nila ang kapangyarihan to do what they want. No? O, sabi nga ninyo, nag-serve sila ng warrant of arrest. Given. O, kung may kasalanan, sige. Allegedly, allegedly. Kung may kasalanan, warrant of arrest, go. In fact, Senator, gi-challenge ko sila. If you want to know who we are and what we are, come live with us, libre. Pero nag-expire na yung challenge ko sa kanila. Hindi na pwede ngayon. Oh. So, come live with us so that you will know who we are and what we are. Sabi ko gano'n, hindi kami dito prostitute, hindi kami bangag, walang tuni-tuniladang shabu sa aming lugar, yun lang, allegedly, nandyan yung mga iwawarant ninyo, arrest ninyo. Why will you put into compromise and risk public safety? We are part of the public, we are a community there. Thousands, may mga bata, may mga matandang palliative, may mga senior citizens katulad ko na nakatira doon. For how many long years we've been then? We are toiling that property by blood, sweat, and tears. Tapos maririnig namin na i-invade, kukunin. Kayo, Sir Senator, what will be your first reaction? Ilang beses silang nag-serve ng warrant of arrest? Out of respect, with due respect, Sir Marbel, sa mga tauhan mo, we receive them, sir. With due respect.
Dito sa akin. Sige.
Yeah, oh, sir, sorry. I'm not used to it, this one. So, we receive those, yung mga warrant na deserve nila. But this time, from the words of Sir Abalos, nag-serve lang naman kami ng warrant of arrest. Parang kami pang may kasalanan. Ang batas ay batas. Ang may kasalanan mananagot. Correct, ang batas ay batas. Ang may kasalanan mananagot. Doon kami. Oh. Pero, iko-contest ko yung sinabi niya, nag-serve lang kami ng warrant of. Hindi kayo nag-serve lang ng warrant of arrest. Nilusob ninyo kami in a horrible and terroristic way. Busloads and truckloads of men in uniform. Madaling araw, tulog pa ang iba, kagigising namin. Sige kayo mga kagbawan, ikaw sir, lulusobin ka ng what will be your first reaction? Aba, ibibit-bit kami ng Biblia, tapos, oy, sabi sa Word of God, ganon? No! Kayo, may mga pamilya kayo, what will be your first reaction? Of course, we need to defend. Tapos sasabihin pa na, ginawa naming shield ang men at mga bata doon. It's not, we are shielding our property. We're just executing our rights to defend our property. Tapos, ganun pala. In fact, sabi ko sana, mayroon kayong proper na na document. O sige, may search warrant kayo. Sige, pati septic tank namin, i-open namin sa inyo. Silipin ninyo lahat, i-guide namin kayo. Saan niyo gustong pumunta? Sir, sabi mo na, time will, ibalik ang respeto sa kanila. Doon kami, nandun pa rin sa kaibuturan ng puso namin, nandun pa rin ang respeto. But, ang hurt at ang hurt na inflict ninyo, tuwing nakikita namin ang mga bata namin, in fact, ngayon, Senator, nag-organize kami ng psychometrician. Kasi yung mga bata, makarinig lang ng mga wangwang ng mga pulis, manginginig. Even I, sa katandaan ko ito, pag marinig ko ang kanilang wangwang, I cannot explain my feeling. I want to hate, pero hindi pwedeng i-hate. Yan, ang mga nanay namin, gusto namin ilabas dalhin sa doktor. Ayaw, kasi may mga pulis sa labas. Noon, pag makita namin ang pulis, tama ang sinabi mo, we are happy. We feel secure. You people, we feel secure because you are there. No? You are there sa kalye, nagbabantay sa amin. But now we don't feel secure. Nandun sa vicinity, yung iba sa kadamuhan, tapos may mga drone doon na nagsisiliparan. Kahit sa bundok, sir, mayroong drone. Mayroon pa doong mga foreigner, itim, puti, nagpapalipad ng drone. So, what are we now? A divided nation? A divided Filipino citizen? Kung we feel insecure and threatened.
Para pala kayong Marawi Siege doon, may mga puti
yes,
na
parang ganon.
mga foreigner na kasali sa operasyon.
Mayroon.
Ha?
Oh. Pumupunta doon in the guise of mayroon pa, sir. Yung kino-question ng mga intel ninyo doon sa amin, nasaan ang kuweba, nasaan ang tunnel. Pati kami, anong tunnel, anong kuweba? Kung tunnel ang hinahanap nila sa Diwalwal, marami doon, Senator, wala doon sa amin.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Thank you for that.
Our chairperson.
You may respond.
Can I be allowed
Chief PNP.
for a police? I have something, but I may be allowed that I should leave the. But
Yeah,
can
go
I read a simple message?
Go ahead. Continue.
Una sir, nagpapasalamat po ako dun sa inyo at dito sa ating committee, and of course dun sa tao natin nagpakita po ng video. It only showed that we not more than maximum tolerance ang pinakita nyo pong pulis, kaya nabasahin na masaktan. Talagang we followed po. We have yung mga body cams na meron po kami, and sabi ko nga dito sa Directorate for Operations na ipakita natin body cams if we really violated in human rights. But what we saw right now, talagang that's a human rights sa mga pulis natin na nasasaktan, yung binasa natin. And it's against yung rules 113 ng Section 11. No? But I've already, si Vice Chairman Bernardo also already spoke regarding this. With regard po dun sa valid warrants of arrest, just want to make sure na valid po yung warrants of arrest na to up to now. No? You have 3 months na dapat na motion to quash. Not against us, but dun sa RTC branch 159 ng Pasig City, no? And it was filed, not other people, but your own people from KOJC who filed a case against fugitive Kiboloy. Second, sir, yung second, we have already a case against the ombudsman, and we will be answering that in the proper forum po. All the violations na sinabi po nito, it's already filed in the ombudsman, and sabi ko nga, we will make a proper forum po, but we will answer it. And second, sir, and this is the last, and I assure, as a Chief PNP, that we will assure you na isurrender nyo lang po si Apollo Kibuloy, 100%, and 4 others, nandito po kami, and you will see na we follow the rules, human rights. Dito lang po kayo makita na we follow po ang human rights. We assure you po.
Yeah, but-
Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, General Marvel. I just would like to react that it's unfair for them naman na i-require nyo muna sila na isurrender si Pastor Kibuloy para maging peaceful ang Davao. Parang ganon.
No, sir.
Para maging normal ang lahat.
Hindi, sir. Sabi ko,
For all you
nobody,
know,
ano,
ito,
sir.
for all you know, even President Duterte, walang kontak kay Pastor Kibuloy. Hindi alam kung nasaan na ngayon. Lahat. Ako mismo, I was trying to keep in touch with Pastor Kibuloy nung lumabas yung kanyang warrant. I was trying to contact him, pero wala. To no avail. Hindi na talaga makontak. So, unfair din na gawin natin requirements sa kanila dahil they are only ordinary members of the church. So, I think it's high time. It's high time, no? Before you leave. It's high time na you also exert effort na sana gumanda, bumalik yung pagtitiwala ng komunidad at ng pulis doon sa Davao City. Tutulungan tayo. Ako mismo. Tutulong ako. Ay, dati akong Chief PNP. Dati ko kayong mga tao. I care about you. And I also care about the people of Davao City. Lalong-lalo na itong mga membro ng QJC. I really care for them. Mga kababayan ko ito eh. I also care for you. Mga tauhan ko kayo dati. So sana mabalik natin yung trust. Samahan ng pulis. For all we know, isa, di ba? Accounted yung isa. 5 na lang yung hinahanap nyo. And yung 5 na hinahanap ninyo, because you cannot do otherwise dahil trabaho ninyo yan. Hanapin talaga nyo yan. Dahil because order dyan ng korte, kahit na masakit sa kalooban ko bilang kaibigan ko si Pastor Kibuloy, na hinahanap ninyo yung kaibigan ko, wala akong magawa because may warrant of arrest siya. Trabaho ninyo yan. So ang akin na lang is, you concentrate doon sa hinahanap ninyo without unduly antagonizing the people of Davao City. Yun lang, pag-iusap ko sa inyo. Gawin ninyong trabaho ninyo na baka overall yun, maging more effective kayo sa paghahanap kung kaibiganin ninyo. Yung mga bata na na-traumatize ninyo, yung mga tao na nasaktan ninyo, magaling naman sa PCR itong RD mo doon. Huwag kayong magdumistansya sa tao. You assimilate with the people. Yun lang pakiusap ko sa inyo. Okay?
Your Honor,
Ay,
excuse me.
yes,
Before po alis si
okay.
sir,
O,
kasi
pakinggan mo
aalis
muna.
siya eh.
Pakinggan mo muna.
Before siya nga.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oo,
Go ahead,
yes,
ma'am.
sir.
Go ahead.
Sorry, sir.
Starting to nagsusuri ka na kay ma'am. Sige,
Oo.
makikinig siya, ma'am. Sige, go ahead.
Oo, salamat
Please.
at nakinig ka through Senator Bato.
Yes, go ahead.
Sinabi mo na may mga body cam, binasa yung mga pulis. Buti kayo. Hindi lang kayo ang nabasa, pati yung mga tao namin na sulaban, nabasa. Kasama ng mga pulis. Basa lang ang inyo. Pero yung mga na-inflict ninyo, mga emotional at mental set-up ng mga tao sa loob, hindi yun mababayaran. Kahit ilang beses ka pang maligo at matulog, pagising mo, yun ang naiiwan sa puso mo. Trauma will not appear in only after 2 days, 3 days. 1 month after yung June 10, sir, doon na nagsilabasan. Yes, hindi exaggeration. Ako, kung hindi lang ako lumuhod sa Panginoon na tulungan ako, sir, sabihin ko sa iyo, lalabas ako ng kingdom, itsa ako magiging sakit ng ulo ninyo.
Huwag naman. Ako rin makiusap sa iyo. No.
Yes, pero sa iyo ako unang susurrender pag ginawa ko yun. Pero may dadalhin akong 10 officer mo.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Oh. Ito halantaran ito. Ito ang laman ng aking puso. Kasi buti ako, matanda na ako, malapit na ako mag-70, mabalance ko. Pero how about their kids? May mga human rights dito, may mga DSWD dito. How about those kids? How about those young people? Pag nakasalubong mo, iiyak. What happened to you? Ti, aywan ko lang, basta magdilim na ti. Iba na ano. Why? Kasi before nangyari yon, The scenario is this, ng gabi, umuulan, tapos kumukulog. Kaya pag umuulan, kumukulog, yun na. Kasi parang nagpe-preempt nila na, may mangyayari namang ganito. Hindi yun. Kaya, nag-organize kami ng psychometrician, sir. We need to process those people. Kasi, hindi kayo ang nakaproblema, kami. Those community, thousands. And those people, we are supposed to, kung natriten kami, sir, natriten kami, noon tumatawag kami sa barangay, police, sa police. Ngayon, pag natriten kami, kanino kami tatawag? Sa'yo, Sir Torre? Ha? Excuse me. Sir Bato, saan kami tatawag?
Di, kahit na medyo masama ang loob mo, tawag ka pa rin sa kanya. Duty niya yan na mag-provide talaga ng security sa inyo. Konsensyahin ninyo. Si
How
General
about
Torre,
it? Trust is
trabaho
no
niya yan.
longer there.
Ha? Ano?
Trust is no longer there.
Ay, yun nga.
What will we do?
Trabaho niya yan ngayon na i-rebuild yung
I
trust.
hope.
I hope. Ako
Kasi
rin. I
tao
hope.
din kayo, tao din kami. Ha? Natitreten kami. Kami, ordinaryo, wala kaming baril doon, wala kaming yung baril doon na may mga lisensya nga. In good faith, sinurrender namin sa kanila. In good faith. Ito din ang paalala ko sa inyo. Sa kanila, sir, sa kanila. Di ba? Nakatag pa doon. We seek for truth. Then seek for truth. Because the person you are allegedly, na may kasalanan ganun, hindi pa napatunay may kasalanan. Then seek for truth. Oo, seek for truth. Yun ang sa akin. Be fair. Give us a fair treatment and justice also. Kasi community kami, tapos ganun ang mangyayari. Katulad na naman, kanilang madaling araw, 2 o'clock. Siya raw hindi ninyo alam. Pumunta na naman kayo doon sa farm. Ginising at pinagbabalya yung pintuan ng mga farmer doon at magising ka ba naman, sir, ang baril nandyan. What will you do? Another traumatic experience na naman ang ibibigay ninyo sa puso ng mga farmer doon. So, ano na itong ating authority? I cannot say. Para kasing, sorry to say the word, parang sanggano.
Okay, thank you.
Tapos, you will tell us, give them due respect. I think it's not us only. Let them give due respect also because we're innocent. We are part of the public.
I am also telling them to do their share. Maningkamot sila na babalik yung respeto ng komunidad sa kanila, sa mga pulis. So yan ang aking ibig sabihin doon.
Chair,
Yes,
just to put in proper perspective po
Yeah,
sa
go ahead.
sinabi ni General Marbil, ang problema lang kasi dito, sir, hindi na-follow yung rules of engagement. Ilang beses na kasi sila nag-serve ng warrant of arrest. I remember yung NBI nga nag-serve noon. Pinapasok namin, sir. In-entertain namin. Dito kasi sa June 10, I think alam naman ng PNP, marami matatalino naman sila. Before sana sila pumunta doon or kung kailangan na sikreto, at least ang warrant of arrest kasi tao ang hinahanap. At saka kung nasa building siya, hindi po pwede na pasukin mo agad ang building. Magpaalam ka muna dun sa may-ari ng building. Kilala naman nila kung sino administrator. Nung nandun na sana sila, tinawagan nila si PRRD. 3 a.m., gising pa si PRRD mga ganong oras. Nung pumunta sila, 3:15, the videos cannot lie. The footages cannot lie. 3:51 a.m., diretso sila kaagad, lagay ng ladder, tapos pumasok na kaagad without complying with Rule 113, Section 11. Aba, mali yun. Kung mali yun, may karapatan yung mga miyembro na pigilan sila, especially dito sa information, na meron pang criminal forfeiture order na hindi namin maintindihan, na hindi ko na lang i-explain yun. So, yun lang po ang sa amin. At saka, 4 different locations po sila, sir. In each location, hinahanap nila si pastor. Doon nga lang sa Kitbug, 3 areas yun. Buyo-Buyo, Biangan, Kitbug compound. Sa 3 mga areas, mga 22 ata kabahay, pinasok nila. Ni hindi man diretso na sipa. ni hindi man lang sila nagpaalam. Alas 4 ng umaga, mga bilaan yun. Anong mangyayari? Di, yung isa namatay pagka kinabukasan dahil na heart attack. Oh, siyempre, so hindi naman siguro nila sabihin na doon sa more than 20 houses na pinasok nila, nandun si pastor. Doon sa Glory Mountain din, ang hinahanap nila si pastor. Sa Prayer Mountain, ang hinahanap nila si pastor. Sa KOJC Central, ang hinahanap nila si pastor. So therefore, they could not give that to us, that there is reasonable ground to believe that they are arresting, they want to arrest Pastor Apollo Kibuloy in 4 different locations, and in one location, there are even 3 different locations likewise. Yun nga lang, yung operational procedure po dito, hindi talaga na-follow. Yun po.
Thank you, Attorney.
Our Chairman,
Yep.
can I just want to make it clear kasi it will be a different kung ito susundin po namin, kung ito gagawin. Wala na po kami mahuli na warrants of arrest sa mga tao natin. And this is a jurisprudence po ng People of the Philippines versus Wang Shen, Wow, and Georgie Lee, JR number 1390301, 29 September 2004. And just want to make it clear. No, kasi iba kasi baka maging natin, wala na kami mahuling pulis. Wala na po kami mahuling mga kriminal kung i-announce namin sa publiko na huling ka namin. But based dun sa, ito po yung jurisprudence na yun, no, unannounced intrusion in the premises is permissible when, letter a party whose premises or is entitled to the possession thereof refuses upon demand to open it. When such person, letter B, when such person in premises already knew of the identity of the officers and of their authority and persons, letter C, when the officers are justified in the honest belief that there is an imminent peril to life or limb, and D, when those in the premises aware of the presence of someone outside, because of example, there has been a knock at the door, are then engaged in activity which justify the officers to believe that an escape or destruction of evidence is being attempted. Suspects have no constitutional right to destroy evidence or dispose of evidence. However, the exceptions above are not exclusive or conclusive. At times, without the benefit of hindsight and orderly on the spur of the moment, the officer must decide whether or not to make an unannounced intrusion into the premises. Although search and seizure of a dwelling may be constitutionally defective, if the police officer's entry was without prior announcement, law enforcers' interests may also establish the reasonableness of an announced entry. Indeed, there is no formula for the determination of reasonableness. Each case is to be decided on its own facts and circumstances. In determining the lawfulness of an unallowed entry and existence of probable cause, the courts are concerned only with what the officer had the reason to believe in the time of the entry. Yun po.
Sir,
Thank you, General Marbel. Before you leave, I would like to remind you, next hearing, please pakidala yung mga officers na minimension natin, yung ground commander in every place that you raided to execute the warrant of arrest of Pastor Kibuloy and 5 others. Ilang kwan yun? 6?
6 valid warrants of arrest po.
Yung area.
5
Lima.
po.
3 sa Davao City, isa sa City, isa sa Samal Island, yung
Sarangani province.
Sarangani, tapos saan pa?
3 sa Davao City.
So 4 lahat.
Apat po.
So yung 4 na ground commander doon na nag-serve ng warrant. Papakidala yon at saka yung mga officers na binanggit ko kanina para sa next hearing.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Salamat. So you may now leave para makapagtrabaho ka pa.
Maraming salamat po.
Thank you.
Sir, just quick repartee lang, sir, para
Yes.
marinig naman. Yung
Okay.
People versus Wong Cheng kasi na sinight niya, sir,
Ah,
involves a case where the crime was committed aboard foreign merchant vessels in territorial waters. Sana naman po hindi naman po foreign merchant vessel po yung kingdom po dito. They are established buildings And we know for a fact that they have already conducted casing operations prior to the service of warrants. Yung rule po kasi kung fixed building, pwede mo lang siya pasukin. Kung nakita mo na yung accused at pumasok siya doon, pwede mo siyang diretsuhin. Oo. Pero yung fixed building na alam na nila 40 years na po yung building na yan. Oo. At saka alam nila na si Presidente Duterte po ang administrator doon. Nung nandun na sila, edi tinawagan nila si Presidente, Sir, we have reasons to believe that Pastor Apollo Sikibuloy is inside. Can we be given permission that to enter? Yun nga ang ginawa ng NBI noon in the past. Nagpaalam sila sa amin, no problem, sige, pasok kayo. Isinerve nila yung warrant sa amin. Dito kasi wala diretso sila kaagad. Naka full battle gear. Parang mga terorista kami, may mga snipers pa. They were ready to attack, not to serve a warrant. Yun lang talaga ang nangyari doon. Hindi yun service of warrant. It was really a police harassment operation to scare us.
Thank you, Attorney. Attorney Richard Palpalatok, Chairperson of Commission on Human Rights. Thank you for coming. At least you see the importance of this hearing. At least ikaw talaga, the chairperson, ay pumunta dito. I would like to commend you for that. Maraming salamat, Attorney. But anyway, I just would like to cite you. Narinig mo yung mga testimonya ng mga taga-Kingdom of Jesus Christ at saka yung sa PNP. Now, mayroon na ba kayong ginawang investigation in this regard?
Yes, Your Honor. Yung aming pong regional office number 11 already conducted an investigation. It's still ongoing, Your Honor. And I think the most recent is that there is a request sa KOJC and the PNP to submit documents in relation to the investigation being conducted by the region.
Thank you for that. Kasi I just would like to inform, no? Hindi pa ikaw ang chairperson ng CHR nito, but in June 2022, the Commission on Human Rights described the service of a warrant of arrest against an elderly environmental activist in Paquil, Laguna, carried out by 25 members of the PNP SAP as one conducted with excessive force that was unjustified and unnecessary, that led to the degradation and psychological harm. Kagaya sa nangyari sa mga bata doon, psychological harm. Dagdagan ko pa, in Committee Report number 46 of the Senate Committee on Public Order and Dangerous Drugs, dated March 17, 2017, hindi pa akong chairman nito, hindi pa ako senador nito. The committee described the service of a search warrant by a team of 18 CIDG personnel that was augmented by 6 members of the Regional Maritime Unit as a use of overwhelming force. So, ito nga, 25 lang ginamit sa Paquil, Laguna. Ito, 18 ang ginamit. Excessive force na daw yun, sabi ng human rights. Ito, nakita mo naman, batalyon yung ginagamit, isang batalyon ng police. So, we need your investigation on this matter, kung ano talaga ito. Dahil nga, it led to, narinig mo, may 2 namatay because of inatake sa puso, at may mga bata hanggang ngayon psychologically disturbed because of that stressful incident. Kasi kung hindi kayo magbigay ng result ng investigation dito, baka mamaya sabihin na naman ng mga tao na itong human rights, mabilis lang mag-action kapag ang naagrabyado ay yung mga makakaliwa. Ito ngayon naagrabyado, hindi ito makakaliwa, pero kalaban ng mga kaliwa ito. Itong Kingdom of Jesus Christ, talagang tumayo ito with the government against the CPP, NPA, NDF. Talagang kasama natin ito sila, itong mga Kingdom of Jesus Christ, Pastor Kibuloy, lumalaban talaga ito sa NPA. Talagang nagsumikap ito na mawala ang NPA sa Mindanao. At ngayon, sila ngayon na agrabyado, sana we need your side also to give kahit na opinion man lang on this matter dahil yung 2022 nga, yung sabi ko, aktivista ay kinundi na kaagad as excessive use of force. Kasi yung mga kaliwa, ito ngayon, kalaban ng kaliwa ito sila. Sana pantay-pantay yung pagtingin natin sa ating mga kababayan. Okay,
Opo.
Chairman?
Bagamat hindi ho ako makakapagbigay ng konklusyon sa ngayon sapagkat ito yung eventually po ay aakyat ho sa aming komisyon yan at nag-isa lang po ako sa magdidesisyon yan sa 5 members of the commission. 4 sa ngayon.
By the way, I don't want to influence your the result of
Apo.
your investigation. Ha?
Opo.
I am just sharing my thoughts to you.
Naintindihan po namin
I don't
yun.
intend to influence your investigation. Go ahead.
Naintindihan po namin, Mr. Chair, kung kaya't hindi ho ako makakapagbigay ng konklusyon. Bagamat makakasa po kayo na ang komisyon po ay tutugon sa inyong panawagan at sa katunayan, kahit wala ho itong notice ninyo for CHR to participate, ay tumugon na agad ang komisyon.
Salamat. Thank you.
Opo. Kung kaya't kami rin ho ay nananawagan na ang mga partido involved dito sa usaping ito ay sana maging open din sa Commission on Human Rights para matugunan at makita at magkaroon ng kaukulang resolusyon sa amin sa komisyon itong usapin na ito. Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat, Chairman. Again, thank you for your personal presence sa hearing na ito. This WD, ma'am,
Honorable Chair,
narinig niyo yung plight ng mga kabataan na miyembro ng KOJC. Can you give them assistance, lalong-lalo na yung intervention sa psychological trauma na dinaaraanan ng ating mga bata doon? Can you please help them?
yes, Honorable Chair. The normal process is we would await the referral from the LGU, but in cases like this, obviously we are able to augment any psychosocial therapy that you may require. And of course, in coordination with the assistance perhaps of the Honorable Chair, we may also facilitate any other assistance that you may require, especially yung sa dalawang namatay po. The family that is aggrieved may require further assistance. The DSWD is on standby to help in any way that we can. In fact, Honorable Chair, they do have, I've looked at the records, and you do have Children's Joy Foundation Incorporated that is ongoing po yung renewal process. So the Kingdom is in touch with DSWD insofar as children facilities are concerned.
Thank you, Yusek Dimaporo. For all we know, you will be the healing part of this conflict. Yung effort ninyo, kahit na hindi na kayo maghintay na mag-request pa sa inyo yung LGU ng Davao, o kaya yung sila mismo mag-request, yung mga tao nyo doon sa Davao, please, lapit na lang silang lapit doon para ma-feel ng mga tao na they're still being loved by this government. Yun lang. Thank you. NBI, you want to say something? RD NBI ka, di ba?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good
Director
morning,
Albao.
Mr.
Go ahead.
Chair. Senator Padilla, good morning, sir. Gusto lang namin ipaabot, sir, na yung National Bureau of Investigation through sa aming director na si retired Judge Jaime Santiago ay
Retired police yan. Kasama
yes, sir,
namin
retired
yan.
police din.
Retired
na
police yan.
Nirespeto and ginagalang itong ginagawa nating investigation and public hearing with regards to the unnecessary and excessive force related to the June 10, 2024 incident ng ating PNP. Kami din sa NBI, yung mga sinabi ng ating mga kapatiran sa KOJC na pabalik-balik na nag-serve ng warrant of arrest, kami yun, sir. Kami yun sa NBI, ang sinasabi nila, not the PNP. We serve warrant of arrest last April 3. We started April 3, April 4, April 10, May 3. Itong May 3, kasama namin dito yung office ng USAA. dito sa Senate. Um, at marami pang mga operations na kinandak namin, siguro nasa 15 to 20 operations. And yun nga, sinabi ng abogado nila, kami mismo ay nagpaalam sa kanilang opisina. And pinapasok naman kami, kahit saan-saan kami pumasok, hinanap. And this operations, 15 to 20 operations, resulted in the arrest of 5 co-accused of Pastor Kibuloy. If only Pastor Kibuloy was there, he might also be arrested. But during that time, sir, ito pa yung warrant of arrest na lumabas sa Davao, RTC 12 ng Davao City. Doon kami nag-start na mag-strike, which resulted to the arrest in April 3 doon kay Crescente, Canada, sa Barangay Tamayong. Ako mismong umaresto. And it followed in the afternoon, itong nahuli ngayon ng PNP na si Pauline Canada, na-aresto din namin. And on April 5, na-aresto namin si Sylvia Simanyes, Ingrid Canada, and isa pa. No? So 5 sila. It so happened na sa pagpasok namin sa mga properties nila, wala nga si Pastor Apollo Kibuloy, kaya hindi siya nasali sa pag-aresto. But eventually, since this case is bailable, nag-bail sila kada isa ng 80,000. Then afterwards, when the warrant of arrest from RTC Pasig came out, there's no bail recommended. Then nag-serve uli kami ng iba-ibang mga operations on all the properties of KOJC identified na mga properties sa Samal, sa Tamayong, and dito sa airport, beside airport. Yun nga, hindi namin makuha si Pastor Kibuloy along with other co-accused. Yun po, sir, ang update sa NBI.
Thank you.
And we serve it, sir. We serve it in a properly and orderly manner, in a peaceful manner. Kaya walang reklamo agad sa amin.
Yes, I am a Dabawinyo. Ikaw rin, Dabawinyo ka. Alam mo kung gaano kalab ng taong bayan yung mga Dabawinyo, yung local NBI natin doon.
Yes, sir.
Very, very much respected by Dabawinyos yung ating local NBI doon.
Salamat, sir.
So, it doesn't matter naman whether or not andyan si Pastor Kibuloy. Whether or not magpapaalam ka pagpasok doon. Kung wala talaga si Pastor Kibuloy doon, hindi mo talaga mahuli. Kaya kailangan talaga ng accurate information yung operation ninyo na nandoon talaga para mahuli ninyo. Pero yung magpi-fishing expedition tayo, we will just be creating more and more animosity. Dapat kuha ninyo yung inyong information, yung precise and accurate.
Chair.
Para hindi tayo magkakaroon ng maraming, animosity. Yes, go
Mr.
ahead.
Chair, I would like to affirm the statement of Director Albao kasi yung mag-serve sila ng warrant, nagpapaalam sila sa amin at na kita nga nila yung accused na nag-cooperate naman. Yun ngang nilagyan din ako ng nakuha kasi ng camera ng bahay namin, harap ng bahay. May tao doon na palaging bumabalik sa aking maliit na bahay. May naglagay ng listening device doon sa pinahiram sa akin na Tera. Oo. Doon din ako sa NBI po nagpatulong. Kasi nga medyo nawala po yung trust namin doon sa PNP. Pasensya na po. Oo. So, yun nga ang request ko sana kung sino mang mga responsible nito. Nakuha kasi, hindi ma-deny yun na nandun sa video camera namin. Nakuha na may tao na naglagay ng anong device man doon sa sasakyan ko. And yung last Friday naman, yung nandun yung mga parang mga pulis o hindi mo na makilala kung pulis ba talaga sila, fully armed talaga. Sa lahat ng lugar, doon pa sa pinakaharap ng KOJC compound po. Nagkaroon ng grabing traffic, natakot yung mga tao kasi ano namang mangyayari. Timing din na dumaan yung sasakyan ng aking pamilya, yung dalawa kong anak na maliliit. Nagkaroon po ng trauma, sige suka-suka. Sir, ano ba yan sa Tagalog? Oo, kasi isa takot. Kaya yung pulis na isa, binaganon yung sasakyan. At they were just in the process of going to our residence, which is located in front of KOJC. Really, our plea, sir, is that we understand. I am a friend of the police. I have helped assisted a lot of policemen, Your Honor, in their cases.
You have helped me in my cases before.
Yes, Your
Huh?
Honor. And I have many friends in the police. I still trust some of the policemen, Your Honor. As a matter of fact, some of my relatives whom I help also in their cases are policemen, Your Honor. But I just could not understand the seeming great attention that is being accorded to KOJC compound. I would just like to tell them na hindi naman siguro gago si pastor na magtago dyan mismo sa gilid ng airport. Oo, kung nandun talaga siya. Oo. So, alam ko naman magaling yung intelligence gathering ng PNP. At saka alam ko na alam nila na wala sila dun. But I could not understand why they keep on conducting checkpoints there with policemen who are whose faces are almost covered. Mata lang makita mo. Tapos ang tatapang pa, kung tatanungin mo, ayaw magsagot. Tapos mga drones every night, yun nga, minsan yung mga drones nila, sir, masyado nang mababa. Maririnig na namin minsan yung nandun, no? Tapos hindi lang isa. Number of drones. So, I know that they are performing their job, but I do hope and pray that they should be professional enough na hindi naman ganito ka harassing and invading into our privacy po.
Imagine ko lang yung mga bata doon sa loob pag makakita na naman ng drone na lipad-lipad doon sa loob. Ang trauma. Sana kung sino yung nagpapalipad ng drone doon, boss-bossan naman nila yung frequency para, alam mo kung ako yan, you call me whatever you want to call me, pag may papasok na drone doon sa aking area, talagang babarilin ko talaga.
Wala kaming baril, sir.
Problema ninyo, wala kayong baril. Sinurinder nyo lahat ng baril ninyo, wala kayong magamit. Pero ako, kung talaga nasa bahay ko,
In good faith sila. Walang
Yan nga.
ko. In good
pintik. Pintikan ninyo, tira
Ay,
doon
hindi
yung
yun
drone.
sa sabog maganda. Sana sir machine gun.
Huwag yung musinggan. Basta ako talaga.
In good faith, sinurrender namin. Para makita naman nila yung sincerity namin, sir ba? We do not want gulo. We want to live peacefully.
I know.
Yun
I
lang.
know. I know.
Huwag nila kaming idamay because we're a community. Thousands ang nakatira sa loob, sir.
So-
Ito lang, sir, ha? Yung nakakatakot, nakakakilabot, sir ba? Ito. Please listen to us, you people.
Yes,
Listen
yes.
to us. Mabuti lang kumakontrol namin yung iba. Yung iba dyan, hindi basta-basta ang pinagmula na buhay. Galing din sila sa NPA noon. Hindi lang namin mabulgar, bro. Sino sila? But pastor changed their lives. Nandun sila sa amin. Hanggang kailan namin sila makontrol, sir. We do not want any untoward incidents, no? That anything will go out of hand na. We don't want that one. Ayaw namin maganyan ang mangyayari sa Davao, sa Pilipinas. Nag-iisang bansa natin, maliit lang ang bansa natin, ilagay mo sa isang tuldok lang. How come na yung mga tao na inilagay natin sa kapangyarihan, they cannot handle the power properly given into their hands? Pag kayo ay nasa kapangyarihan, the life of your friends and the life of your enemy ay nakasalalay sa inyong kamay. How will you handle that one? You must be responsible. You must have a sane mind. You must have a balanced personality. Kasi, buhay ang nakasalalay. We cannot evade. May mga ganyan-ganyan mga. Pero until such time na hindi ninyo napatunayan na may kasalanan talaga, please be fair. Sir, may anak kayo, may pamilya kayo. Kung madisgrasya tayo, nag-iisa ang buhay ninyo, nag-iisa din ang buhay namin. Iisa lang tayo, pula dugo ninyo, pula din dugo namin. Yun ang pakiusap namin sa inyo ba? Do not destroy the future of the kids that we've been nurturing for many, many long years. Because we want to produce righteous people in the future. Hindi man nyo kami paniwalaan. Yun ang gusto namin i-contribute sa Pilipinas. We don't want to produce rebels. We don't want to produce division. Magkaiba man ang religion natin, magkaiba man ang ating mga tribo, iisa lang tayo, Pilipino. Mahalin naman ninyo ang Mindanao for how many long years? Doon ang mga IP, doon ang mga kapatiran ng mga Muslim hanggang ngayon. Tapos ngayon, kami na naman. Please be fair. Please consider public safety. That involves lives of those kids, the future of our nation.
in their search for justice and peace, Your Honor. But on these matters,
Recording
on the
in
innocence
progress.
or guilt of Mr. Kibuloy, his lawyers here and representatives know that the wheels of justice will start only upon his submission to the jurisdiction of the court, to which his five other companions had already done last March 2024 by posting bail on the cases that were filed against them, and corresponding warrants were issued.
Iba pa ito sa yung sinasabi niyo na at large na 5.
Yes, sir.
Iba pa yung
No, sir.
nasunod.
There were 6 of them.
Oh.
5 of them, there were 6 of them, and all of them were charged in Davao
Okay.
and in Pasig. In March 2024, a Davao court issued warrants of arrest for 6 of them. 5 of them posted bail, except for Mr. Kibuloy. Until now, his warrant on Davao is still standing. And all of them are also charged in Pasig.
The same 6.
Same 6 are
Okay.
charged in Pasig. And none of them posted bail because there's no bail recommended for the 6 of them. We have captured one, Pauline Canada, and she is still in the custody of the CIDG. So as I'm saying, Your Honor, the wheels of justice can only start if he submits to the jurisdiction of the court, because everything that we discuss here, saying that whether he is innocent or guilty, are of no moment, because we are not the court that will trace out all those issues. So I would really suggest, Your Honor, that Mr. Kibuloy submit himself to the jurisdiction of the court, because sooner or later the long arm of the law will catch up with him, just like what happened to Pauline Canada. She did not surrender. We hunted her down, looked for her, and we arrested her and brought her to the judge who ordered her arrest. And until now, she is still in our custody, in CIDG in particular. So I would suggest that Mr. Kibuloy to end all of this and spare all his followers and believers of all these things, of this they perceived harassment, which are actually not harassment, but are just part and parcel of the implementation of the warrant of arrest against him. So I would suggest, Mr. Chair, if it's possible to call for Mr. Kibuloy to surrender to the jurisdiction of the court, of Pasig Regional Trial Court, because until then, he's just a fugitive of the law, fleeing, hiding behind his members and followers, and whom we in Region 11 will continue to pursue and look for him, to arrest him. and bring him to the jurisdiction of the court, whether he like it or not. We don't like this, but this is ordered by the court, and it is our duty, Mr. Chair. Thank you very much, sir.
Sir, quick
Thank you.
repartation.
Thank you, General Torre. Yes, go ahead.
I would just like to comment, Your Honor, concerning these opinions of two generals already, which I think need to be properly corrected, Your Honor. If a person has a warrant of arrest, Your Honor, the subject of the warrant of arrest has two options. Either he submits himself to the jurisdiction of the court, or he questions the finding of probable cause, Your Honor, which Senator Lacson did, okay? And if the DOJ would not side with him, he can go on certiorari to the Court of Appeals without ever surrendering. Santiago case would prove that. So a person, even if he has a warrant of arrest, can choose to exhaust all of his remedies, Your Honor, such as but not limited to questioning the finding of probable cause. So I do hope General Torre would disabuse his mind that the only option of a person who has a warrant of arrest is to surrender, Your Honor, because he has a right, Your Honor, to insist that there is no probable cause, especially in this case, that the cases were dismissed already by the city prosecution's office, Your Honor, a long time ago. And the complainant in this case filed a petition for review 4 years ago, Your Honor, and this was not acted upon by the Department of Justice, and this was only acted upon when it became fashionable to attack Pastor Apollo Sikibuloy, when there was already a Senate investigation being instigated by Senator Hontiveros. All of a sudden, voila, there is already a resolution on the petition for review. We did not file it, it was the complainant. We filed a motion for reconsideration, Your Honor, a long time ago. Until now, there is no resolution as to it. And then a few days thereafter, that there was a resolution, we have a warrant of arrest. So as a lawyer, Your Honor, I filed motions, Your Honor, so that the warrant of arrest as well as the information can be invalidated by the court. That is a remedy provided for by the rules of court. So therefore, General Torre cannot dictate upon Pastor Apollo Sikibuloy as to what to do. Several instances in the past, such as perhaps former Senator Honasan, I do hope he will forgive me. Ocampo, Satoru Ocampo also did that in the past, Your Honor, by questioning the finding of probable cause. If these were available to those persons, why not to Pastor Apollo Sikibuloy? They are always describing my client as a fugitive. What is your legal basis? The last basis, Your Honor, is Republic Act 11983, passed only on March 11 of 2024. What is the definition, legal definition of a fugitive under the present dispensation, Your Honor? According to Section 3G, those who flee under the following circumstances after conviction by a Philippine court to avoid prosecution. That is our prevailing law. So therefore, for the police authorities to always say that my client is a fugitive, excuse me, under what legal basis? Even if you use, Your Honor, U.S. court decision and even Black's law definition, Your Honor, it provides a fugitive from justice is a person who, having committed a crime, flees from the jurisdiction of the court where the crime was committed or departs from his usual place of abode and conceal himself within the district. That is Black's law definition. If we will use likewise Supreme Court decision Rodriguez versus Comelec, Labao versus Comelec, it includes those who after conviction flees to avoid punishment, but also those who after being accused flee to avoid prosecution. So we are still questioning the after being accused. So for the PNP to always claim that my client is a fugitive, under what legal basis? Can you please cite to us? Just because he has a warrant of arrest? And can you rightfully say that he has knowledge of that warrant of arrest? Did you present evidence? In Labao versus Comelec, Your Honor, the Supreme Court, he was a candidate for mayor. There was even a warrant of arrest. And they even tried to arrest him in a church, Your Honor. Yet the Supreme Court did not consider him as a fugitive from justice. What would be the basis of the PNP? Require Pastor Apollo Sikibuloy to surrender? And require us to surrender him? What right do I have to require my client? I'm just a lawyer, Your Honor, a glorified agent of my client. I cannot tell my client to surrender. That is not within my power. If I do that, I might be disbarred, Your Honor. So I do hope and pray that the PNP should likewise perhaps do more research in accusing certain persons as a fugitive or that require the lawyer to surrender him or his members. We do not have that power. An accused has the right to also insist to avail all of his remedies provided for under the rules of court. And Pastor Apollo Sigibuloy is precisely doing that.
Thank you. We get your point loud and clear, Attorney. But I think you will still agree with me when I say that as long as a person is covered with a live warrant of arrest, hindi mo rin siguro mabiblame ang police kung talagang
Yes, yes, Your Honor. We agree with that.
Trabaho talaga ng police yan.
No quarrel with that, Your Honor. No quarrel with that.
Ako, I've been a policeman. Magka-problema ako kung hindi ko implement yung warrant of arrest na yan. So sana along that line din, tingnan rin nyo yung police na trabaho nila yan. As long as they're doing their job properly, regularly, legally, sana intindihin rin natin.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yun lang rin sa akin, ha. I want to be neutral here on both sides. Mahal
Yes.
ko kayo, mga kababayan ko kayo from Davao City. Itong police rin, alam ko rin yung sitwasyon nila pagdating sa ganyan trabaho dahil dumaan ako dyan eh. Yung hirap na hirap ka, you are under orders, merong warrant talaga, isi-serve mo, kahit kaibigan mo, wala kang magawa. Kahit kapatid mo yan, kahit tatay mo yan, kung may warrant, you have to serve that talaga. But yung point mo about fugitive, I agree with you. Alam ko, you've got the points. Alam kong tama yung sinabi mo.
Yes, Your Honor. Wala kaming away po na may warrant si Pastor. We are contesting that. But when the police would try to implement the same, they should follow Rule 113, Section 11.
Correct.
Your Honor.
They should. Yeah, wala, no question about that.
Yes,
Gawin
Your Honor.
talaga nila properly according to the law.
Yes, Your Honor. Yun lang po ang sa amin na yung rules of procedure, rules of engagement should be strictly followed sana. Yun lang po ang hiling po namin na hindi naman po ginagawa.
Okay. Thank you, Attorney. Any more from your side? May sasabihin. Go ahead, ma'am.
Mr. Chair, si Pauline Canada nakuha nila after naglabas ng bounty si LG Abalos. At ang nakapatong sa ulo ni Pastor is 10 million. Higit pa sa mga heinous crime na yung mga kriminal dito sa bansa. Yung mga nag-murder ng ilang tao, tag 1.3 million ang nasa ulo, pero kay Pastor 10 million. At sinabi pa ni DILG Secretary na yung funds galing sa mga private nila na kaibigan. So, on the part of KOJC, hindi nga nila nakuha si Pastor, hindi nga sinasabi nga surrender si Pastor, naglabas ng bounty. Tapos galing sa mga private citizen, private na mga tao, mga businessman, hindi namin alam kung may mga galit din ba sila kay Pastor. Kasi kapag naglagay ka na ng bounty na 10 million, higit pa sa pinakamasamang kriminal dito sa Pilipinas, that is tantamount already to shoot to kill. Kasi may bounty na sa ulo. Tapos yung lahat ng mga akusado na kasama ni Pastor, tigwa 1 million. Pwede bang malaman namin, maimbestigahan din ito kung sino-sino itong mga tao at tama ba yon? Nasa batas ba yon na yung public servant to public office, kagaya ni DILG Secretary Abalos, ay tatanggap ng pera na ganun ang halaga na 10 million para ipatong para hanapin si Pastor. Kunyari daw kasi gusto rin nila na mahuli si Pastor. So sino-sino itong mga private person? Pwede ba malaman din ng KOJC side? At saka isa pa, hindi lang natapos doon sa magpatong sila ng bounty na 10 million na si Pastor na ang pinakamasamang kriminal dito sa Pilipinas. Nag-post pa sila ng mga wanted na posters, mga tarpaulin sa city. Utos daw yon ni General Torre. Kasi nga ilagay yung mga mukha nila. Pero bakit yung mga nakakumit ng mga heinous crime, mga terorista, nakatakip at nakablur yung mga mukha? Bakit yung mga KOJC na mga si Pastor, KOJC administrators, hindi. Di ba human rights violation yon? Tapos, eto pa, si General Torre, andito naman nakikinig, sir siya ang nag-utos na maglagay ng wanted sa tapat ng aming compound. Harap mismo ng KJC compound kasi nandun kami nakabantay. Di ba blatant abuse yan ng religious feelings namin? Biro mo si pastor, lagyan nila ng wanted sa tapat namin, doon ipapaskil. Pagkatapos, nagsinungaling pa siya. Kasi nung nahuli nila sa Pauline, Canada, tinawagan namin sa Attorney Torion, nandito naman si attorney, siguro siya rin na makapagkwento, para malantad na lang lahat. Sinabi niya, wala siya doon at wala si Pauline. Hindi nila nahuli. Si Pauline, Canada, wala sa kanila. Buti na lang, merong nakakuha ng video. Kaya sinend namin kay attorney, hindi attorney nakuha nila kasi may video tayo. Pero, lantaran sinabi ni General Torre na wala si Pauline, Canada doon sa kanilang kustodiya. Sinabi, I would like to ask Attorney Torion na mailabas yun, attorney, yung nangyari doon kay Pauline Canada, yung sinasabi lang nahuli, na fugitive ko na hindi. Nasa bahay si Pauline that time. Pero after noon, na naglagay na ng patong na 10 million pesos kay Pastor at 1 million sa bawat isa sa kanila.
Well, as to that, Your Honor,
Yeah, go ahead.
when I heard about the news that Pauline Canada was already arrested, the first action that I did was to text the good General Torre, Your Honor, in his number, which he used in also contacting me, Your Honor, 0917-549-3972. He used
You
this-
need not
Yes, Your Honor. Okay.
cite the cellphone number.
Yes, Your Honor. This was the same number that he used when he texted me on June 24 at 3:53 p.m. His text message is still here, Your Honor. I would not read what is inside in the particular text message. But on July 11, on the date that Ma'am Pauline Canada was arrested, I texted him at 2:50 p.m., Your Honor, 2 text messages inquiring as to where can I visit Ma'am Pauline Canada. I likewise called him twice, but there was no answer. And then at 4:25 p.m., I texted him. Meron kasi video na dadakip talaga siya na napasa sa amin. So kaya nagtanong ako paano ako makausap siya. And then there was likewise no reply. What I did was I went to the PNP regional office myself, Your Honor. And I was entertained by a lady staff who claimed that she is the secretary, policewoman, Your Honor, of General Torre. I was made to wait in the waiting area on the left side, on the left side. And according to the policewoman, Your Honor, that General Torre was not there and that the